All right, so this drawing of the day that we're working on today is a three-dimensional letter E in the shape of, in the form of a cube. So we're gonna have a right side, a left side, and then a top surface that we can shade with. All right, so we're gonna start off with a vertical line that we're then going to add a line kind of, it's on a slight diagonal across the bottom there. And then we're going to create the left side or the face of the letter E. So the bottom of this line, I'm drawing a line straight up. And then as I come back into the center of the shape, I'm making sure that these two lines stay parallel. Okay, vertical line. And then again, making sure that now these three lines are parallel. Vertical line, kind of on a diagonal. Again, parallel, parallel. They're all in the same direction. My vertical lines line up. And then again, this is where I have to turn my paper to make sure that everything's lined up because it's not. There we go. And then I'm going to make sure that these are the same. So this should end about here. And then again, I'm going to turn my paper just so that I can see. I really want to make sure that all of these lines are parallel. They're all kind of traveling in the same direction. All right, so I have the left side of the E done. Now I have to work on the right side of the letter E. So I'm going to start at the bottom and take a line kind of uphill. That's kind of the angle that I'm drawing on. Kind of looks like a really wide open letter V here. So I'm keeping these two parallel and then a vertical. And then this and this parallel and a vertical. And then the same thing. Parallel, parallel, and then I want these all to line up nice. So this will end here. All right, so now I have the left side. I have most of the right side, but now you can see there's space here that we need to define. So I'm using this line as my guide. Let me turn it this way because I need a line here that's parallel to this one. And it's going to travel back and then stop as soon as I hit the middle of the letter E. Same thing's going to happen here. This is going to travel back. And now this one is going to travel back all the way, probably about there. All right, so we're almost finished. We just have to do 3 little lines. I want to make the back of this top surface parallel to this one. And you can see I overshot it a little, so I'll erase that. From the inside corner of the E here, I need a parallel line. And from the inside corner of the letter E here, I need a parallel line. So I'm looking to make sure that all of these are parallel. All right. Now I'm just going to do some shading, some cross hatching. So this side of the letter E, I'm just going to make darker. And I'm just going to quickly shade this in with my pencil. I'm not getting too technical because I do want this just to be a solid color when we're shading on three-dimensional geometric forms. We can keep our shading pretty solid. We don't need to cross hatch or do any type of gradation on this side. And I'm making it dark just to help further or help make the illusion more obvious. Okay. I'm going to imagine or pretend that the light is coming from the top of the form. So I'm going to leave this white. I'm going to make this just a tiny bit gray. I'm just lightly shading across that tiny bit. And then these little spaces in here are a little grayed out. But I'm going to leave any surface facing up. I'm going to leave it white. All right. I'm going to add a horizon line in the back. And then the last thing we need is a little bit of cast shadow. Always remember that your cast shadow, the shadow that your object makes sitting on that surface, of which in this case is probably, I don't know, a table, should be parallel to the horizon line. So here's my horizon line. So as I'm shading, I went this way. If I didn't, and I shaded, let's say, kind of downhill, this is what it would end up looking like. Let's say I decided to shade this way. It almost ends up looking like a skirt or, you know, fringe. So just remember that when you're adding a cast shadow, you want it to be parallel to your horizon line. And that's it. I look forward to seeing what you guys do.